Hey man, what is up? Today I'm going over one of the most transformative actions I've taken to help improve my anxiety and mental health. So, super excited. Let's go. It's quite straightforward. Doesn't require hours of meditating, exercising, following some over the top mental health routine. It's just simply, that's the drum roll. It's just simply sitting with and confronting the anxiety. And just to kick things off, I will address the absolute banger of a couch I've upgraded to. 2 videos in, the YouTube career has really just taken off, skyrocketed. And, I'm balling out. It's definitely not because my girlfriend moved in and brought her super nice couch because I had a $20 couch from Facebook Marketplace. So let's drop into it. And the first thing I'll cover is why I believe this is important to face. And it's because your body's trying to give you a message and tell you what needs to change. The anxiety is simply a messenger delivering that message to you. And it's up to us to, open ourselves up to the experience and from it, transform and grow into our highest selves. An analogy I like to pair with this is a captain guiding his ship through a powerful storm. So in a perfect world, I'm sure a captain would choose to only sail on beautiful sunny days where, it's a little prance through the gardens and, calm waves, and it's easy to see where you're going and get to your final destination. But now that's just not how it works. Life will always have its ups and downs, and there will inevitably be storms. So when that happens, the captain will have to summon up enough courage to confront and get through the storm. And when he does, at the end of it, he will build about this confidence in himself that proves that he is able to overcome and rise to the occasion, no matter how menacing or terrifying it may be. I used to have this belief that it would be awesome if in life there were no challenges or obstacles, and I could just kind of coast through and relax and enjoy every day, with no problems. But as I've gotten older, I guess I've learned more that would make for a pretty uneventful and boring life with no opportunity for growth, because those tough times and challenges that pop into our lives are some of the biggest catalysts and opportunities for growth. And without them, you just kind of stay in this stagnant middle ground, not experiencing highs or lows, which are part of the human experience. And so I've kind of working on reshifting my mindset towards obstacles as these awesome opportunities to improve upon myself and grow into the best version of myself. So now we can get into the juicy how to do it. And while this can be incredibly scary, if you're able to, it will also be immensely transformative. And a key thing is just starting to work on reframing your outlook and relationship with anxiety and fear. When you feel that coming on, instead of trying to turn it away or oppress it, kind of like run to it and see what's in store for you. Because if you're able to kind of turn it into an opportunity, you can almost develop like a sense of excitement about it, because you see it as this chance to learn more about yourself. And so anytime you do feel this way, I'll share 3 questions that I learned that I think are quite helpful in breaking it down and maybe doing a little bit of digging to figure out why the anxiety or this fear keeps showing up. And those 3 questions are going to be: 1, how is this happening for me? 2, what needs to change? And 3, what are the lessons to learn and blessings to earn from this experience? Also a crazy bar. And when you're asking yourself these questions, do so from, not a place of judgment, but just a place of pure curiosity. And, like you're having a conversation with a friend, just to, get to know them better. So do that. And before you kind of get into these questions, you can also do, try to do a few things to calm yourself down if you do feel like you're just in a full-blown panic attack and you're struggling to even calm yourself down to the point that you feel comfortable enough to ask yourself questions. So if you just go to techniques I'll quickly touch on to calm yourself down initially would be using the 4-8 breathing technique, where you breathe in for 4 seconds, really filling up the diaphragm, and then release for 8. And that just helps to calm down your nervous system, so do maybe 5 to 10 rounds of that. And that should ideally get you feeling in a better place. And another technique I really like is EFT tapping. I can link videos to that on how to do that. There's a guy named Nick Portner that I really like who goes to some guided EFT tapping sessions. And that can also be really powerful in calming yourself down, so you can get to asking yourself them questions. Another way of confronting the anxiety would actually kind of be counter to everything I said, but almost not confronting it. I'm only bringing this up because I think there's not one way that's going to work for everyone. Everyone's different, so I think it's important to try a bunch of different things and see what works for you. But that other way would be using just the power of love in these situations where when you do feel intense panic or fear, or there's something really bothering you, and not against, you're still not going to repress it or push it away, but you can just briefly acknowledge that if maybe you feel a certain way and these feelings have come up, but then you don't need to fixate or ruminate on it. You can instead redirect your thoughts or your focus into that of love. So just giving thanks, or just saying over and over again in your head things that you care about or really love. And by doing that, you're just showing your body that you're not going to just stay focused on these negative feelings that are scaring you, but you have so much in your life that you love. And it can be the smallest things, like, I love cheeseburgers. They're delicious. I love playing college football on Xbox, even though I get absolutely dogged. Just small things. I love my family. That's a good one. Stuff like that. It just really shifts things into a state of love instead of a state of fear. And by that, you are almost confronting and changing your thought pattern from that of fear to that of love. The final technique I'll talk about would be this process I learned from an amazing man called Charles Clay, which I can link his info as well. But essentially, it's called the 7-step inner peace process, which he taught to me. And it's just an awesomely powerful tool for uncovering, any deep-rooted trauma or intense anxiety or panic that kind of plagues you. And so I can make another video going more in depth about each step. But for now, for the sake of this video, I'll just leave a template in the description. But again, it's like a super powerful 7-step process that you can kind of sit down, have a journal. As a journaling, journaling's a big part of it, and it takes about 15-30 minutes. So it's a little more lengthy than some of the other recommendations I gave for confronting it, but it is super powerful and a good tool to have when you feel is necessary. So again, I'll put more of that information in the description, make a longer video about that, but it is awesome, and I would highly recommend at least giving it a try. Now that's all the time I have for today. So thank you for tuning in, checking this video out. I hope it helps at least a couple other people. And again, as I said before, please feel free to reach out. If you want to chit-chatty it up on the gram, email, whatever, in the comments. Always down to talk. So, y'all, thank you again, and I believe in us.